special to me for a few reasons. Number one, I'm Nigerian on my dad's side. And if you know the history of Zimbabwe, right after independence, South Africa during apartheid owned Zimbabwe's newspaper when it was a colony of Rhodesia. Nigeria put up the $20 million to buy it back. So here I am, all these years later, being the first U.S. correspondent for the paper. And our column comes out every Friday, but when you get the articles from us, we let you know to read the whole newspaper. Don't just read my column and not read the entire newspaper. And you should read the paper every day. President Mugabe, you may not know Herbert Chitepo. He was the first leader of the Zimbabwe African National Union. He was a lawyer. Simon Muzenda was a trade unionist, one of the greatest trade unionists we've ever produced. He was the vice president. Herbert Chitepo was assassinated in a car. His car blew up in Lusaka, Zambia in 74, 75. Joshua Nkomo is considered the father figure of their movement. Some of you remember when he came to Washington. Joseph Masika was also a vice president, the longest imprisoned Zimbabwe freedom fighter. I had the honor of spending 6 hours with him in his home, and he said, tell Mumia we're with him. Tell Peltier we're with him. Why? Because we can relate. Because the prisons of Rhodesia were something. Josiah Tongogara is considered the Che Guevara of Africa. He was a guerrilla in Mozambique, he was a guerrilla in Zambia, and he led the guerrilla struggle in Zimbabwe. We have a children's play coming up about him later on this year called The Yinga Yinga and the Bush. Yinga Yinga means swallow bird in Shona. So these are some of the other historical figures. From COINTELPRO, and I'll just say this much about Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe is, for Africans today, what Cuba and Venezuela are for Latin Americans, what Bolivia is for indigenous people, what China, Vietnam, and Korea are for Asian people. A nation that we can rally behind. The same way we rallied behind Ethiopia in the 40s, the same way we rallied behind Ghana in the 50s.